because if they go into a camp and they hurt someone or something or destroy property, you are liable. Hey y'all, welcome back to Adventuring with Amanda. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. In this video, I am returning to Quartzsite after a brief 24 hours in the Phoenix area. I'm meeting up with my dear friend Sophia and her dog Louie. We go to the dog park. I do a lot of van things, share some little tidbits and reminders about the Quartzsite area, and we even go to the dog park. Like and subscribe. Let's get into it. Okay, y'all, I got my laundry started. I'm doing van things, as you can see, but I wanted to show you guys a couple of things. First of all, look at this shirt that my friend Gary sent me. Is that not amazing? No, ma'am, not in this van. Absolutely dying in my color and everything. Like, Gary is too much. Incredible. So I was at the Tyson Wells tents yesterday, and then I was at them earlier in the week with Sophia, and somebody had asked me what the tents are. It's called the Tyson Wells like RV Market and Center, something like that. And it's a bunch of vendors. We call it the tents because they kind of look like white tents, and it's a bunch of vendors. There's some food over there. That's where the Beer Belly's outside bar is. And I was browsing yesterday and I got a new collapsible storage container. So I lost my green one in Creed. One day when I was in town, the wind took it and I was never able to find it. I looked everywhere. It was so bizarre. It was so bizarre. So I purchased a new one. This was only $10. It's black, so I like the black better than the green, and it's not quite as tall. This one also doesn't have a zipper on it. They did have green ones that were taller with the zipper, but I was like, I just don't need that. I just needed something a little bit smaller. I just use this for trash, or because I don't collect a ton of trash before I dump it, or other things like this says. I think you can, like, you know, laundry, toys, whatever. So this is the sort of thing that you buy at the tents, and tools and kitchen stuff, like household things, everything that like you would need as a traveler, you'll find at the tents. It has been a really good but really chaotic 24 hours. I did not stop doing stuff yesterday until like 8 p.m. and I've been running errands and doing my other things. This morning I got Christmas packages mailed out, so that's good. I had to send stuff out to my sister and Ben, and I feel better that that's off my plate. I always like to get my stuff sent out like 2 weeks before Christmas. So okay, so now I'm heading back out to Quartzsite. I'm meeting up with Sophia. I have some solar panels for her, and I'm making really good time. I should get there. I'll get there in an hour and a half, and it'll only be about 1:30. Okay, friends. I just arrived back in Quartzsite, and I'm camped near Sophia. I just dropped off those solar panels for her, so I didn't have to carry them. I need to put on sunscreen. It's in the upper 70s the rest of the week, mid to upper 70s. I need to put on sunscreen. I didn't put on any this morning because I haven't been out in the sun. So that is the first order of business, and then I need to get set up. So there's Sophia right there, and I'm here. Somebody asked me recently, Amanda, why do you park so far away from your friends? It's a good question. well, typically we're not really this far. Sophia is still training her new rescue dog and a lot of things, and so I'm giving them space for that reason. But also, my friends and I, we are all very much introverts, and a lot of you have to remember that most of us are full-time on the road. So this isn't just like some camping trip vacation. This is our life, our livelihood every single day. A lot of my girlfriends work, they work remotely. So, you know, we need quiet, we need space, we want privacy. I'm constantly filming and making content, you know, so there's noise going on around me. I like to listen to my radio. So we don't want to disturb each other. We want to give each other space. We don't always have to be socializing. We just like to camp near each other. So it's very much like, you know, you have a neighbor at your house. Like, you see each other, you hang out, you chat, you're friends, but you're not together all the time, right? So that might help answer the question. Okay, I'm getting settled in. On travel days like this, even like I literally left Quartzsite yesterday morning. I'm back. You guys, I did so many things. So, and then I got my big solar panels and a dog ramp out of storage. Gave that stuff to Sophia. And so then I had to like put away my water, my groceries. I still have my laundry. I had like paper towels, you know, just a lot of things that I need to move around and get organized. But while I'm on it, so I shared the picture of Babe in my the story about Babe the Blue Ox in my most recent video. And Linda, a very dear, loyal, amazing subscriber of mine, I would consider her a friend now of mine, Linda, she was like, oh, I haven't seen Winter in a while. So this is Winter. This is my little crocheted buddy. And I always keep him next to Winston's remains. And typically I have them on the shelf next to my bed, but I have been moving them around. And I just never want Winston to be alone, so I always have Winter next to him. So yeah, here's Winter. And I even will take them outside. I know it might be weird to people, but it brings me comfort. I'll bring them outside and just to feel Winston's spiritual presence with me. And actually, I have my dream catcher kind of just sitting here right now. It's kind of dark, I guess you can't see, because I still haven't decided where I'm going to put it yet. But I just wanted to point those two things out. Now I got to get back to my tasks. I just spent a couple hours catching up with Sophia. Y'all, at one point it got up to like 89 degrees in my van. So I walked over here about an hour ago to my van, and I realized how warm it had gotten in my van, even with my trunk open and my main side door. So I cracked my other door. Thankfully, in the past, even like half an hour, it's dropped down to 77, but it's 5:30 p.m. So I'm heating up some leftovers that I had for lunch today, some chicken. And then I'm just gonna settle in, hang out, just do Amanda things. Oh, I need to put out my lights too. And just as a reminder, I always open my hood when I've been driving so it can cool down, because a warm engine bay is what makes mice want to go in there. So it's nice and cool. Sprayed everything with Grandpa Gus. I will put out my lights and I should be good for the night. So one of my go-to snacks is trail mix. But, you know, all this stuff that they sell in stores, it's all fancy and full of all sorts of stuff. Y'all know I am simple, and trail mix is very high protein and energy. So wait, did I pause my show? Yeah, I'm watching, what am I watching? Holiday Baking Championship. So all I put in it, raisins, M&Ms, and regular cocktail peanuts. That's it. Super simple, very tasty, high protein, like I said, and good for like your blood sugar. It's a great, like if you're going hiking, something like that. And it's just filling, and it's good. And like if you have a sweet tooth, it's good for that. A little bit of sweet, a little bit of sugary, or salty is what I meant to say. Anyways, so I just like to put it together in a little baggie or Tupperware, so I have it available if I need a handful. It's also a great snack for traveling, for driving, because it's easy and it's not messy. Hi everybody. Oh, what happened to me? Okay, I just made it way worse. Hi, good morning. I hope everybody is good whenever you're watching this video. I'm sure you are. You have to be doing well, because I said I'm on one today. I don't know why. I don't even know. What day is it? I don't know. It's a good day out here in Quartzsite. What am I doing today? I don't know. What is my plan? I have none. I got nothing on my trail cam last night. I will say that. Need to finish my coffee, but it's already like 10:15. It's warming up in the van. It's 68 in the van already because I think we have a high of 73 today. Brr. Okay. Well, I guess I'll get going on my stuff. So there was just a situation. I just want to remind you, if you have dogs out here in Quartzsite, like, especially big dogs, and you're walking them and they're not trained, because it feels like 90% of the dogs out here aren't trained, especially the large dogs. First of all, train your dog and leash your dog. Winston was attacked in 2020. For those of you who don't know, he was attacked by a large breed dog who jumped a wall and was off leash and attacked him and ripped him in half. He underwent life-saving surgery and reconstructive surgery. And I sued the owners. And I fucking won. Arizona has very strict off-leash laws, and my lawsuit was the second one of its type in the state of Arizona. So no one can fight me on it because I know the laws and I'm a winner. Put your dogs on leash, because if they go into a camp and they hurt someone or something or destroy property, you are liable. And trust me, you don't want that lawsuit. You do not want to be on the other end of it. Trust me. Leash your dogs, y'all, for real. Or if you don't want to leash your dogs, go far out somewhere where there's nobody else. It's really simple. Just use put your thinking cap on. Sophia and I have decided to move. We are going to go to a location with no people and no large off-leash dogs for everybody's peace and safety. But first, we will take Louie to the dog park. There is a dog park if you want your dog to be off-leash. And it's separated for like large and small dogs. So we're gonna do that and then go find camp. Look at these cuties. Oh my gosh. I know, right? Guys, just over here. Come here. I have to say, the Quartzsite Dog Park is so nice. I had never actually been there. I've driven by it so many times, but it's separated for small, medium, and large dogs. There's like a shade canopy at each one with a picnic table and water and grass. It's so wonderful. I never took Winston there. I only took Winston to dog parks when he was maybe like 2 or 3, when he was much younger, and I would only go with friends to like unpopulated dog parks. Just not really my thing. Dog parks make me really nervous. But it was a great experience, and it was so fun to see all of the small dogs, and it gave me my fix because, as most of you know and respect, some of you are relentless and it drives me insane, but I don't want another dog. So going and getting to see all of the cute dogs is fun for me, and it's no longer triggering. So I've been kind of mentioning how I feel like I've turned a corner with my grief, and that is very true. I did witness a couple of tussles today among dogs, and like that's kind of not very fun, especially because Winston did get attacked. But overall, that dog park is just great, and everybody was very friendly. And I did have that dog ramp, so we brought it over, and somebody took it for her older dog, so that was great. And it was awesome. So with all of that, I will wrap up this video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch today. Oh, AWA calendars, they're almost ready. You guys will dig it. Yeah. Like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.